Hey, this is Alan Fenstermaker here. I'm here with Pro Wrestling Archives. I'm here with Kristian Ross. How you doing today, Kristian?
Hey, how's it going, Alan? How's everything going, guys?
I'm going pretty good now. I got some questions for you now. First off, what made you want to get into the wrestling business?
I pretty much, Alan, always been a fan of it, Alan. I was younger, growing up with it. My mom, my father, my brother, they've always been into the old time wrestling. They used to bring me to the shows when I was little. Talking about 80s, 90s, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan's time, Jake the Snake time. They were at the Spectrum with it. So I've always grown attached to that. And it just so happens when I got older in grade school and high school, I met friends that like wrestling as well. So that's what kind of grew me into the business as well.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, how did you start training with Matt Tremont at H20 Wrestling?
Well, it actually came. Let me just tell a full story on it too. When Matt Tremont bought H20 Wrestling Center, he was actually hosting parties and things of that nature. I had a couple of buddies that was friends with Matt Tremont. That was actually right now his arena, and I was actually doing backyard wrestling at that time. I knew nothing about the pro scene or anything like that. I did the show at Tremont's place, and Tremont also told me he was starting up a school, which was cool. I knew who Tremont was, that was awesome. And we met that day, and that's how everything started for me.
Okay. Now, what was your training like?
When I first got there, whenever Tremont naturally came through CPW and everything else, but my training consists of bumping, running the ropes, learning the basics, learning how to fall, learning how to be safe in the ring. Most importantly was learning how to keep yourself safe, your opponent safe, and then naturally, as you progress, learn how to work a match. Promo from start to finish, just all the assets that you need to learn to become a pro wrestler.
Okay. Now, how long did it take you?
My situation, I came there. I tried out in that September, and then I started in October. I did the full month of October in Matrimony. November, I had an injury from doing something in training. It was an internal injury, bleeding for the inside. So I missed a month in November, believe it or not. But lucky enough, I was able to come back after Thanksgiving. Worked through November, worked through December, worked through January, and Matt Tremont started up a program which is similar to CBW's Dojo Awards, which is called Undiscovered, and I was able to debut at Undiscovered. So 4 or 5 months, but that's not the case for every wrestler. It goes by how quick you can pick up the pace, how you learn the bumps, running the ropes, the whole 9 yards. Because Matt and Preacher is not the type to just throw you out there. They're the type that want to make sure you learn first before they actually put you out there, because it's their company representing.
Okay. Now, how were your trainers?
They're good. It's Tuesday nights we got Preacher, which is Phineas James. He was over at CZW before this. And then when Matt opened up his school, he started training for Matt's program. He does Tuesday nights, and then Matt hands-on does Thursday nights, which is awesome as well. So it's cool because you look at Preacher's resume and all the people that came through Preacher. It's really cool because Preacher teaches you the nitty-gritty, the basics, and then he also teaches you a little bit more than where you think you're at, as far as banderas and flips and going over the ropes and everything else. And then Matt's seriously hands-on with all the students, one-on-one hands-on, and then full class hands-on as well. As far as bumps, running the ropes. Maybe you really want this, maybe you really want to earn this too. So both nights are really, really good. They're both different, but they're really, really good. Two different styles, but you also learn a lot from it, and you learn a whole blueprint from it as well.
Okay. And what all have you learned since you've been there?
Pretty much since I've been there, it's pretty much just everything you need to know to start to become a professional. As far as their main thing is safety. They want to make sure you know what you're doing in the ring before I get my hands on you, and then you know what you're doing in the ring. Because that's the key of pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is keeping your opponent safe, keeping yourself safe, putting on a good match, putting on something good for the crowd. But the main key of it is like learn your fundamentals from bumping, running the ropes, from moves to start a match to heat, to pretty much everything. And that's pretty much what you get at H20 Center.
Okay, now when was your debut and where was it?
My debut was actually H20. It was at Undiscovered, which is similar to Dojo Wars. It was February, and I wrestled Kid Osborne for the organization at CZW. He was actually my first match. I didn't know who Kid was at all. I was fresh in the independent scene, and it was a bigger versus smaller person match, and it worked out really, really good. Naturally, you have little nerves going through you, but my key thing was when I started independence was I wanted to be a character guy. I wanted to relate to the fans. I wanted to tell the people who my character was. That was my thing. And Kid Osborne was the same way. Kid Osborne related to the crowd, related to the fans. So me and him played off each other, and the match worked out pretty good.
Okay. Now, what have been some of your best moments since you started training?
Pretty much since I started training, there's a ton of them. But a lot of them is Matt gives you an opportunity to do a show called Opportunity Knocks. And the great thing about Opportunity Knocks is a main roster show against pro athletes that's been in the pro wrestling business for a while. So it's like pretty much every rookie gets a shot against a pro athlete who's been doing this for a while. My match was against a student that I started with by the name of Chris Bradley. And we started together. Every Thursday, every day off, we're at training, we're putting in the work, we're going hard to hard, hard to hard, hard to hard. So, my Opportunity Knocks in April was an H20 main show. Instead of Matt Tremont putting us against, like, I'm just going to name a few people that was on the show, like a Little Life Larry, like somebody like Matt Tremont himself, Murray Manick was on the show, or Slack. Matt Tremont decided to do this, and this is a great thing too. It's awesome. It's the platform that Matt Tremont gives us. He put me versus Chris Bradley 1-on-1 versus each other. Two students versus each other. He believed in us as students to put us against each other and put on a good match. So like that's what you get each show.
Okay. Now, who was your favorite to work?
As far as favorite to work, I have a lot of them. But I gotta say, one of my favorite to work was definitely my debut match with Kid Osborne. Devon was an awesome person to work. By far, Devon Moore has so many accolades. I can't even explain it. But definitely one of my favorites that I learned from the most, at least I can say this, is the Green Machine, Mike Orlando. Mike Orlando literally came off of working Jerry Lawler, and then he worked Ryback. And then I'm looking at his schedule, and Monday, he comes and works me. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like my sixth match. Like, and then he comes and works me. So, like, I'm like, holy shit, like, what's this guy gonna think of me? But I learned so much from Green Machine, and he's been down at the Performance Center several times to where William Regal, like, came up with his gimmick and, like, helped him out a lot down there. And he's actually living in Orlando right now. And we're both the same size, so I learned so much from Green Machine.
Okay. Now, how did you get your gimmick?
The gimmick came funny. So anyways, James is my Tuesday trainer. He liked my name as Christian Ross. but his son's name Kristian as well, but with the K. So it's like, yeah, what does he do with the K? We're going back and forth. I'm like, my name's with C, so with the K, we're going back and forth. But anyways, I'm outside during training, and I'm talking to Matt. I'm like, hey, Matt, what do you think about his name, Kristian Ross? What if he's something different? He's like, I like the name Kristian Ross. Nobody used to it. It's different. And I'm like, well, where can I go it from? He's like, you can be Kristian Ross, man. You can be the boss. Like, look at me. And that's how I came upon, like, the boss. And then me, I intrigued on it. I was like, oh, I can be the full-time boss, Kristian Ross. So that's it.
Okay. Now, what have you learned in your first year?
Well, the first year is more like a learning experience, but it's more like one of them years that, like, either you're going to get it or you're not going to get it. That's kind of how I write off it. So my first year, I look at it, I'm working with people like Kid Osborne, Jeffrey Bravo, and Devon Moore, Cream Machine, a bunch of my students that I'm working with. And then I work with a bunch of people that has been in the business for a long time, and you start to realize kind of where you're at in the business, and that's where it starts to get good at. Because you go back to training, and you go like, I gotta work on this, I gotta work on this, I gotta work on this. So my first year in business, to kind of give like a real answer on that, it's gonna be like surreal, because I got to work like Synergy Pro Wrestling and like Superkrazee Pro Wrestling, and like a bunch of different promotions that's like awesome and doing really good. And I'm like, I'm on these cards with these people, and like you can't ask for nothing better than that. And like I'm one of the only students that has been doing that. So it goes to show you, like, by going through H20, going through Matt Tremont, going through Preacher, that you can get these. Yeah, so it goes to show you, like, you can get certain places, like through H20. Matt Tremont, going through a school, going through the literature of him and Preacher, you can escalate from here to here in a heartbeat. They have a lot of connections. Not only that, if you put the work in, they'll put the work into you. That's the good thing about each show.
Okay. Now, what are some of the other companies that you worked for?
All right. So I'm going to start with Synergy. That's pretty much the first outside company that I worked for. They're making a name for themselves. A lot of big names are going through Synergy. Super, super awesome, super cool place to work. Another place I just worked for this past Saturday was Superkrazee Pro Wrestling. It was in South Philly. I won the show with Teddy Hart, the Sandman, Homicide, like an awesome group of people that I was working for. Also this Saturday, I'm out at EYSW for Pittsburgh, and then December I'm down in West Virginia. So I'm starting to make my name around the East Coast right now, starting to explore a little bit more, and starting to really get the gimmick, myself out there, and just go and see what I can do with it.
Okay. Now, what are your goals moving forward in the Indies?
My goal is to work all the top guys in the scene. My goal is, I don't want to take no shortcuts. One of the main reasons I came through each show and Matt Tremont. Matt Tremont has never taken a shortcut in his life. He's been through Deathmatch, he's been through War, he's been through CZW, GCW, H20, he's been through everything. So my goal is never take a shortcut. My goal is to work every top independent superstar, work my way up to the top, and then see what top promotion wants to get the full-time boss that way.
Okay. Now, what does H20 Wrestling Center offer that made you pick them?
Well, here's the thing about H20 Wrestling Center. When you look at it, right, you look at every other promotion and every other school, they're all the same price. You know? The difference is, one, Phineas Preacher, who's our Tuesday trainer, he's trained so many people at CZW that's actually in WWE or AEW now. That's the one catch rating. Second catch rating is this. Matt Tremont owns the company. Matt Tremont takes no shortcuts. Matt Tremont tells you exactly how it is. The school's the same price as everywhere else. Matt Tremont's platform, his name, his reputation is up here. Why wouldn't you want to go to a school, something like that? Plus it's close to me, you know, and they treat it like family.
Okay. Now, for you, where do you want to be And what's your plan, and how do you think you're doing so far?
Well, naturally, the plan is we come independent superstar, you want to become the best. The full-time boss. Once I came out with the full-time boss, immediately my mind put me as the best. I'm the best to come out of school. I'm the best talent to come out of H20. I'm the best rookie of the year. So now my goal set is on the best. You gotta have it on the best. Even if you're not, you have to have it on the best. WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact. You want it somewhere along them lines. And naturally, somebody like me, I'm not going to stop until it's somewhere along them lines. I'm not going to stop until people can Google my name and say, oh, that's the full-time boss, he's over there. Oh, the full-time boss is wrestling that guy. Oh, the full-time boss comes to each show, yeah, he's over there. I'm not going to stop until I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I can be green as green could be right now, but the full-time boss will make an impact. The full-time boss, you won't remember his name, and the full-time boss will make it somewhere. If I don't have that mindset, that frame of mind, the full-time boss will make it anywhere. You're the first gator.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite era or time period in pro wrestling history?
As far as independent, WWE, where we at with it?
Mainly, like, what's your favorite promotion of all time? Like WWE, WCW, ECW?
I would have to go with like WWE period, but I would have to go with the Attitude Era, Stone Cold Rock Guy. That's probably my era right there. Even though I'm more like in the early 90s guy, but that's probably the era I gotta go with though.
Okay. Now, what's your favorite thing out of the Attitude Era? If you'd have to pick, like any favorite moments that you could think about.
What was that?
Any of your favorite moments out of the Attitude Era?
Shit, there's a lot of them. It's probably hard for me to think of them right now. It's probably like whack. But, however, it's definitely in the moments with Austin, Rock, Beer Truck, anything that along them lines. Definitely on my awesome times.
Okay. Now, who do you have anybody that inspired you to become a pro wrestler from the past at all, or?
Yeah, myself, of course. You know.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. But probably not lying. Probably myself. But to be completely honest with you, like it's like an early '90s guy, like Warrior guy, Mr. Perfect type guy. I was real gimmicky type guy. So any of them early '90s guys that like perfected their character, that's me. I'm completely sold on that, and that's what I'm trying to bring into now, this generation. Along with all doing like the cool moves that they do now, but my style of it to make it different, and that's what I'm all about.
Okay. Now, what do you think about what's going on with AEW and WWE nowadays?
I don't know, but to be truthfully, if you get a hold of Cody, tell him to Google me and find out who the full-time boss is and tell him they got a legit one over there, so tell him that he needs a full-time boss. I like what they're doing. I love NXT. I love AEW. I think it's totally friggin' awesome because it's a different avenue I can go to wrestle for. And there's a lot of friends of mine that came out through the companies that I'm in now. But yeah, tell them to Google me, get a hold of me, and the full-time boss will be over there. If Cody needs my number, tell him I'll hit him up.
Okay, awesome, man. Now, like, do you have anything else you'd like to add or anything that you'd like to plug at all or anything? Or?
Hey, listen, the full-time boss, H20 Wrestling Center, Kristian Ross, the full-time boss. Listen, everybody knows who I am. You're going to respect the boss. And pretty soon, everybody is going to have to, have to, do what the boss says. Because the full-time boss is in the building, baby.
Awesome, man, and thanks again for taking this time to do the interview. And this has been Alan Fenstermaker here on Pro Wrestling Archives with Kristian Ross. Have a good day. Time boss. Peace.